right. Good morning, everyone. Looks like we might be up and running. Last night I forgot to schedule a stream, so I apologize for that, but had a lot of snow to move. Hope everybody's doing well. And let's go up here. Yep. Good morning. All right. So here we go. Candlesticks. Got it. And let me go here to Scent. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the tank. Going to Scent folder here now. Goodness gracious. Scent. There we go. And we got to find the candlesticks. Candlesticks. There we go. Candlesticks. There it is. Got it. Code for the candlesticks. Copy. All right. Inbox. Candlesticks. Shift waiting for the stock. Still waiting for the stock sheet and candlesticks. Okay. Reply. All right. Here are the candlesticks. Paste. I should say here is the candlestick code. Here's the candlestick code. All right, send. And then I go here. Good morning, everyone. Taking care of a little business this morning. See, Richard, it could make a spike at the open. Put your sell orders in higher by 10 and 20, 30 cents. But my presumption is down because that's the method they've been using. Now, let me go to this email here. And go up here. Okay, and we're going to copy this. I got to take care of a little business this morning. Got to take care of someone who's a Goliath member. And make sure he gets what he deserves. So I'm quickly trying to get this all sent out. Paste. Oh, he's a Goliath. Doggone it. Hold on, guys. Catfish stock spreadsheets for emailing. I'll show you what I'm doing here, folks. I've got a Goliath. I've got this is the spreadsheets for the monster. All right, so these are the monster level 3 spreadsheets that show my longs, my day trades and dividends. And then this is down here, Goliath membership. So I got to copy Goliath Catfish letter 1. Greetings and welcome to the tank, it says. And we copy that. And we send it off to this happy little member of the tank. Paste. Boom. Send. So there's the first spreadsheet. And then I go back down here to my spreadsheet and I go like that. Copy. Come over here and reply and send. Paste. Boom. There's the second sheet. Enter. And it's gone. And we got with the last sheet now. Come over here, Goliath 3. Here's the third spreadsheet. And copy. And send it to him. Now he's got all the spreadsheets and the candlesticks. Paste. There we go. Now today, we're going to be doing a drawing. We're going to be doing a drawing today, a big drawing for our Christmas drawing. Our giveaway for Christmas is today. So we're going to be going into this tackle box. Whoops. Hey, I saw somebody just gave me a gift, but they only pop it up there for a second or two, and the screen was flipped up like you just saw, and so I missed it. James, thank you, James. You're on the drawing list. And yesterday I saw one that came up, but all I could read was the first name, which was David. So I'm just going to put David. If you happen to be the David that gave a gift yesterday, James, thank you very much for those gifts. I really appreciate it. But here in this tackle box, I have a bunch of names of individuals who's been in the drawings and supporting this channel for the last year. Everyone who was not drawn, and even some that were, are in here in this tackle box. And there are, I'm going to guess, inside here, there are probably thousands of these. It literally stacks up all the way to the top of this thing. And there's a lot in here. So hopefully you'll be a lucky winner and come back here at 4:08 today. 4:08 p.m. is when we will do this drawing for the Christmas giveaway. Maybe we'll send you a Christmas cat or something. And let me go back to my inbox now. Coffee mug, I got it. Membership verification, got it. From K Vance, got it. Hi, Tyler. Thanks for what you do. Learning a bunch. Sincerely. Yep. Reply. And you guys just give me a moment here. Shoot. I'm going to send him all three of these Goliath members charts as well, spreadsheets. I had a lot of snow to move last night off the back deck, and I had put tarps out on the deck, and it was just so heavy that I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I had to shovel off most of the snow because the tarps were just too heavy to move with all that wet snow. So it was a lot of work last night, and I'm pretty exhausted from it yet. It's been 2 days of shoveling, and we're not done yet, I'm sure. Thing with it is here, it stays so cold in Michigan that once we get snow, it never melts. The snow never melts. It just keeps piling up and piling up and piling up. And what I'm doing right now is I had a couple people become Goliath members who haven't gotten their spreadsheets yet. So I'm making sure that so let me get these out. There we go. And we're almost done here. And Shalaw's Life, thank you for sending me that address to ship you your coffee mug to. All right. Okay, very good. So we got that done. And I think everyone's been taken care of. They all got their sheets. And Shala, I got your address, so thank you. And let's look at ODS. We got a lot of. We're going to look at some other stocks today that were called out yesterday. They are some possible stocks to get fleeced out this morning, and we buy them on the low, and then they rocket. Okay, and these are the names of everyone who's contributed this week in the drawing. So thank you very much, Ellis, Piyush Bhatka, Drum Your Own Way, Synergy, Shalaw's Life, Ellis, VZ Rover, James Elger, and David. If you have been sending me money and I missed it and you're not on this list, let me know so you can get in on the drawing today. Now, the stocks that we're going to be looking at today are, I had it the list this morning somewhere here. Well, I'm not sure where my list went. Oh, I'm sure I have it. I just got to do a little digging here. We've had some called out here lately. RCAT, G-Wave, BBGI, many here that were called out the other day that I want to look at some of those. But I have another list here. Here it is. Well, at least we're going to take a look at XXI for day trading, folks. Yesterday, ridiculous day trading on that stock. But there were some that were called out yesterday that I definitely put some asterisks beside. One of them was, I remember now, BEAT. So let me just alphabetize these across the top here. I've got IBIO I'm looking at this morning a little bit. It's down 2.4%. IRBT I'm looking at this morning. It is up 4%. So the dive it took yesterday of 4%, it's gone right back up. It regained everything they took it down yesterday. ODS, let's see where she is. I expect it to be down this morning, and it is. It's not down as much as I was hoping. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm expecting it to really drop. I think it's drop time now. Looking at our weather today, everything looks pretty good. If you're over in the Virginia area, Charlotte, North Carolina, north of Charlotte, North Carolina's got some snow and rain, and Billings, Montana, a bunch of snow out there. South Dakota's getting some snow. But we're clean green here, so no snow for us for a while, thank the good Lord. So we're going to close that out. Now, those of you that are joining this channel, I don't just trade stocks, day trade. I have several stocks that I hold long. These are the stocks that I'm currently holding long right now. Let me turn this light off. Look at the percentage gain on these stocks that I've been holding long. And some of them, like the second one here, I've been holding this stock for 24 years. This stock right here, I'll show it to you. AMD, baby. AMD. I've been holding that since the day I won on the Wheel of Fortune. I was on the Wheel of Fortune.
Scribe is how you stop explaining the same thing.
Oh, stop. If you
and over at work.
If you go over to Wheel of Fortune, hey, stop, man. Stop talking. If you type in Wheel of Fortune and then you put in Tyler, and then Amy, and then Joy, right there, if you type that in on your screen right there, I believe you'll see a video pop up that has me in it. And that is it right there. And once I won all that money, I moved up to Nashville, Tennessee to pursue my musical career. I ran into some of the best musicians in the world there. I'm still recording with them today. And my music is all over the world. If you go to Spotify or Apple Music or Google Play. And but anyway, yeah, this is me on the Wheel of Fortune. If you want to go see how much I won, it says Wheel of Fortune Classic. Wheel of Fortune Classic. Tyler, Joy, Amy, 1999. And I didn't get the money until the year 2000 because I had to wait for 6 months for the show to come on TV. And then, but anyway, that's me right there solving that puzzle right there. And I won a bunch of money on the Wheel of Fortune. And that's me and Pat right there. And anyway, that's how I got to started trading, folks. That's how it all began. And I had a good close friend. He still is a good friend of mine. and he said you ought to start get in the stock market. I got a great broker who knows how to pick them, and I learned a lot back then, and I've learned all over the last 20 something years. But anyway, this is where it all began for me to get in the market. um, and now I'm trading for everybody live on YouTube so they can learn from my many years of experience. And hopefully, you will today learn from me. And right now, it says that today I'm currently up $286. And this is just a small account I have. I had to downsize my accounts, and because I was um, using my first account with way too much money and way too much risk. And one time I actually showed my username and password on here. By mistake, I went back to a screen and clicked refresh, and it automatically had it loaded in, and I showed everybody. And I had to jump and make a fast move to remove that and change my username and password. So anyway, I don't do that anymore. I don't use my large account, so you're not going to see the huge gains that I used to make. Some people on this channel used to sit and watch me make over 10,000 a day, and or more, much more. And but at this point in time, I've got a small account so I can trade along with you, everybody, the average Joe, and that way you can see how much money you can make with a small amount of money. Day trading. Can you really make thousands day trading? Well, we'll see. I believe we'll see it today. We'll see today. Now, I don't just guess at which stocks I'm going to buy. I have a lot of people on this channel that are helping me along the way. They help me out and they give me suggestions on stocks that I ought to get into. And I run over this whole list that they give me, like this one here. You can see all the different members here that have given me different stocks to look at. And after I check them all out, I decide which ones I like the most, and I put a little asterisk beside it. Most of them have gone up massively that day, and I wait till the next day to buy them in the morning when they fleece them out. That's my technique, folks. That's how I buy. And so I'm looking for some fleecing today on a few stocks that were up quite a bit yesterday. And right now, though, I'm having a little trouble finding the list of those stocks, I must say, but I will find it. It's right here somewhere. And I do remember that one of them was the symbol BEAT. So, and I just have to find the piece of paper from yesterday. I need to start dating all these up in the corner. The when I do them. Here it is. I found it right here. So, folks, these are the stocks for today to watch. IRBT, mentioned by Mr. Antisocial. I'm going to be watching that one very closely. BEAT, Happy Riverboat, and XXI, Gloria Romero. Man, I think these stocks, especially this XXI, if you'll give me a second here, I'll show it to you. XXI. Here it is. All right. Now, folks, you want to see radical. This thing is radical, folks. I'm going to look at this 5-day. Man, you can make some money off this, folks, day trading it. Here's the action. Price is 11.30 in the pre-market. Goes up to 11.80, 50 cents up. Then from 1180, it comes down to 1144, 40 cents down, 50 cents up, 40 cents down, 40 cents up, 40 cents down, 60 cents up, 50 cent down, 60 cents up, 30 cents down, 50 cents up, 30 cent down, 40 cent up. Are you seeing this? Folks, this is a money maker, okay? I wish this price was in the fives and sixes, but if you're day trading, folks, this is a dream stock. Day trading this stock, all right? I'm telling you, man. Look at this thing. Just look at it. Now let's have a look at this stock. If you'll hold on a second here. I got to toss a couple of these out that are old. Keep these. Okay. Old. Keep this. And that's old. Okay. All right.
Got several generations represented here, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. So just to start off the day, we'll go back down memory lane for those of you that don't know about this. This is me on the Wheel of Fortune back in 1999. And everybody, what you're looking at here is a moment I'll never forget. Me and the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to tell you how it went. You're on the right, Ryan. Nailed it. Luck was with me that day.
Spanish explorer Ponce de Leon. Yes. $6,450. But you can pick up 3,000 more by solving this puzzle. Seconds. Go ahead. Discovery. Yeah, there you go.
I was on a roll.
Okay. $3,600 down around our big winner. 13,000. All right.
And then came crunch time, the bonus round.
Fingertip.
What a day. I'll never forget. All right, so there you go, folks. A little trip down memory lane. And that's how it all got started. Some people always, a lot of people come on here and who are you and when did you start trading? Well, that was when I won a bunch of money on the Wheel of Fortune. I had a very close childhood friend who we were still very close, and he said, "Man, with all that money, you ought to start investing in the market." And so I did. And the first stock I ever bought was called COMS, Comms. They actually put out Palm Pilot. They also later came out with the Palm, and they did a stock release on PALM. And then after that, the next stock, I made 2,600 on that first trade, and then I was addicted, and I said, "All right, I can make money doing this." And the next stock I bought was AMD, and I didn't day trade it. I've been holding it a long time, and half the money is in AMD that I won, and the other half I've been day trading with ever since. And some people already know what my account value is who've been here with me a long time. And it's just from a lot of due diligence and a lot of losing. Losing money in the stock market is absolutely the best way to learn. You have indelible memories when you lose, folks. It can be devastating. And what can happen is you can be in it on a stock that's just running like crazy and it reaches 52-week high and everybody's celebrating, and then wham, a public share offering because they can get the most money right then for doing the public share offering, and it happens and you can just be decimated. So folks, here's the number one rule for you today: buy in small increments. Keep most of your powder dry. Okay, now we've had some incredible gains. And somewhere here in my computer hidden is documents showing the crazy amounts that we've made. And for some reason, I thought I had it titled as top gainers, but I haven't been able to find it now. And there's a possibility I might have deleted it by mistake, but man, we've had some insane. Here we go. Now, let me explain. Past performance does not always guarantee future performance, okay? But take a look over the last year at these gainers that we've had. Who, those of you on this channel, many of you will remember. Take a look at these. Look at these percentage gainers that we've hit over the last year. Just day traders, folks, that we get in and get out the same day. Look at some of these. Someone mentioned Lucy this morning. I made a 40% gain on that stock before in one day. Someone mentioned Lucy this morning. It can move, folks. It can move fast. It has a low outstanding shares. All of these that can move this much, they have low outstanding shares. That's the common theme. They don't have many outstanding shares, so they can move on good news. They can move very rapidly. And I even put the dates down that these happened so people can go back and go, they can confirm everything I say here. These are the gains that we made. And these are the days. Look at that. In one day, we made on the 1st of August 100% gain on Wint, 172% gain on VSEE, and a 100% gain on Lumen. One day, in one day last year, August the 1st. Wow. Holy smokes. Myra, 30%. Sava, TENK. Remember that one? Remember that one? Whoa. That was a nice day. A Lumen gain of 150% again, just 5 days after that first one. Man, that thing was on a launch, people. So this is what we do on this channel. We look for deals like this, and we're gonna have others. We're gonna have others. But anyway, I used to have this on a spreadsheet, and I don't know where it is now. I can't find it. But wow, talking massive, massive gains. And listen, when you're making this kind of money, don't forget once you sell that immediately you need to get on your account and move 33% over into something like a SoFi high yield interest bearing account. Okay, put it over there right as soon as you sold. Move that money over. All right, or end of day, take that profit and take 33% and move it over into a high yield interest bearing account, because then when your taxes are due quarterly, you pay your taxes quarterly, folks. Then when they're due quarterly, you won't have to pay 33%. Well, first of all the money that you put in there the whole time is getting interest, gaining interest, gaining interest. And then I'm telling you to put 33% in, but you'll really only need about 30% to pay your quarterly taxes. Okay. So just remember, when we're making these gains like we've been making on ONDS, don't just go out and buy yourself a damn car or something, or a new something newfangled or whatever, glitzy. Listen, you don't accumulate wealth spending money. Save it, put it away, put it over into a high yield interest bearing account. It stays there for 90 days. After it's there, you take that money and you pay your tax with it, and you've got a nice little nest egg left. You've got the money that the interest made, and you'll have a few more than the 30% you required. And it's a nice little quarterly bonus. for yourself for performing well in the stock market. So reward yourself by setting money aside. It's almost like when you're going to go to get a job and they ask you how many dependents you have. Claim zero dependents, folks. Have as much taken out as you can. It's not going to matter. You're not going to miss it. And then at the end of the year, when your taxes are due, boom, you're going to get a little kickback, a nice little bonus, and the annual bonus check. So, anyhow, today I'm going to show you the many forms of studying a stock before you buy that I take. Okay, there are many aspects that I look at when someone calls out a stock like yesterday. And folks, I'm telling you, we're going to be watching IRBT today for sure. And so I'm going to put that in here, IRBT. I want to see where it is now. And this is the stock I'm looking at right now on Charles Schwab ThinkorSwim. I do not work for Charles Schwab. I don't represent them in any way, but I think they have a good way to start out if you're becoming a beginning trader. I'm going to be showing you two things here. Number one, I'm going to be showing you trading with a real account. Okay. I'm going to be showing you trading with the real account. And today's change is I'm up $286. Now, let me explain. Don't be confused when you see over here over the last month down 1100. Don't be confused by that because they unfortunately they don't account for the fact that sometimes I take money out of the account. So when I withdraw money, it shows up over there. But this is what I'm up today. And when I take money out, though, I take it out for a reason. I gotta have once in a while and buy things. So anyway, right there you can see today up $286, and I expect to be up a lot more than that by the end of this day because I'm going to find one of these stocks that gets fleeced out. IRBT, you can see yesterday had a massive move up at the pre-market, went all the way up to 605 a share, and now you can see where the price is. And look back over the past. Do you see how this number was resistance right here and then it dropped back down to the 50-day? Then it came up here and then it dropped down to the 50-day. Now, folks, what you'll start to determine is, or if you're smart, is that there's a pattern here. There's a pattern. From this amount to this amount is the same as from this amount to this amount. And that's the same as from this amount to this amount. So you just have to figure out how much they're dropping it before it pops. How much they dropping it. Same pop. See, that's how you make money day trading, folks. This is a great stock yesterday for day trading. Okay. I mean, man, this price right here was 413, I'm sure. And then they drove it up to 508. 413 to 508, folks. And then they dropped it down to 463, basically 466. Now you know why I tell you to sell. The '08 is a sell always, folks. '06, 7, and 8 is always a sell. Then there's the pullback to the 66. Then I bet you they took it to the 20. What is that? Look at that, folks. 519. See, I know the numbers they'll take it up to 519. And that's where they stopped it. And that's another number on my buy sell sheet. And then they bought it back down after 519 right to the 10-day, a good place to buy. 472, folks. All these numbers, by the way, are on my buy sell sheet. Every one of them are on my buy sell sheet. Dadgummit. Hold on a second here. I got to get my buy sell sheet over here up here. Buy sell numbers. Here we go. So an interesting thing I'm showing you here, and maybe you'll find this interesting, maybe you won't. I don't know, but let me move this over first of all. Okay. So you see this number right here? That number that this thing peaked out right there. That number, folks, is the number 477. You see that? 477, folks. Well, if you look over here, you're going to see that I have on this sell sheet right there the number 77, 76, and 77, folks. All right. Now, we're going to go back over here. That number is 77. What did they take it down to at the 50-day average line? What did they take it down right there to at the 50-day average line? I'll show you what number they took it down to. Hold on. It's right there. And this is no surprise because I have this number on my sheet. And it's 408, folks. Okay? They took it down to 408 right there. All right. Now, what do I have on my buy sell sheet here? Well, lo and behold, look at that second number from the top. Buy at the 7 and 8. Okay? I know what I'm doing here, folks, with these numbers. Now, look here. From that low of the 408, what did they take it up to right there? Well, my gosh, it's 506. They took it up almost $1, folks, from 408 to 506. Well, what does it say here at the top of my sheet to sell it? It says 606, folks. It's the number one number at the top of my sheet. 06. It's no coincidence, folks. I know these numbers. And from 506, they took it down to this number right here. And this number is the number 460. Right there's the number from 506 to 460. So 46-cent drop. This is beautiful, folks. And you'll also see me here have on my sheet buyback 61. So you could have bought back the 61 instead of the 60. And folks, this is why I want you to use my buy sell sheet. Now, from that 60, 460, they took it up to this number. And ladies and gentlemen, this number right here is 521. All right, 521. Well, take a look at right here where I'm telling you to sell. Look at the number right there. It says sell 20 and 21. Sell 20 and 21. Those are numbers on my sell sheet, folks. Now, you might think, well, wait a minute, Catfish. You've got up here sell 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then you've got 19 and 20 here. Well, folks, after you sell at this number, then you're going to buy back down here at one of these numbers, okay? Then you're going to sell the next time here again. This will be the next. First, you started here and made your way up. Now you're going to go through this range. And when they stop it at one of these numbers, they're going to pull it back to one of these numbers here, okay? or even down here. Folks, you don't know how many times I've sold at the 20 and bought back at 66 or 88 below or 89. You have no idea how many times I've done it. Thousands of times, folks. I've sold at the 20 and bought back at the 89. Thousands of times. It's just the way it is, folks. And a lot of times when they get it up here and you sell the 6, 7, and 8, they'll take it down to 66 in a heartbeat. They'll take it down even further from 6, 7, and 8. One day with Wendy, I showed her she was looking at a stock and it was at the 08, and I said, sell it right now, sell it, sell it, sell it. And in 20 minutes, it had fallen a whole dollar from the 8 all the way down a dollar in 20 minutes time. And many other people, when they've asked me about stocks, I've looked at them and I've seen them on this sheet and I've said, sell it now. One of them was Katie. Katie, she learned the first day, one of the first days she was here on this channel, she came in and she asked me about a stock. I went and looked at it. I saw where it was and I said, oh my God, sell it right now. Sell it. Katie Wentworth, I think is her last name. And I said, sell, 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 sell. So she sold it. And man, that thing also did the same thing. It went from $43 or something down to 39. Oh man, she was glad she met me that day. I saved her a big loss. Anyway, so folks, these numbers, I'm telling you, if you're to go along this and you were to continue to go all along with this herk and jerk and herk, so let's say you sold it at 520. What did they pull it back down to then? 470. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you look right there on the fourth line up from the bottom, the buyback is 71, 72, 73, and they hit 70. But the buyback is 71, 72. The momentum drove it down to 70, but that's numbers they commonly take numbers down to 72, 73. So now they took it all the way down there to the 70, and then they take it up to what number? They took it up to right there. Oh my gosh. And it is one of my favorite sell numbers right there, folks. This is the optimum. This is like one of the most pivotal numbers in the stock market. 55. Folks, I am telling you, 55 slam the door so many times at 55. I've seen them slam the door there and take it down so much. That is such a common number there. And you're going to see here on my sell sheet, right there in the middle, right there, sell the 54 and the 55, people. So today, when I'm day trading, you're going to see me live by this sheet. Okay? You're going to see me live by it. I'm going to go right by that sheet today, whatever stock I'm day trading. I'm going to use it, folks. I'm going to use it. All right. Wow. Bull ran down 65 to 9. What a great profit for some. Wow. I am using Webull. All right. Yeah. Candlesticks, please. I emailed you. Yeah, I sent you the candlesticks. Candlesticks have been sent. I'm pretty sure. I this morning I went into email and I saw the two that were there and I sent them out. Um, Candlesticks were sent out to two different people and I think you were one of them. Maybe you should check in your spam. But this morning it's the first thing that I was doing this morning, and I got an email requesting from me, and I got an email requesting from Kay Scott and me. I sent you everything. I'm pretty sure. Um, I s- which are you, me, or are you Kay Scott? I can't tell. See, this is the problem. I can't tell who you are. Maybe you don't want to tell everybody, so I shouldn't ask that question. Um, but I don't see anything else here that looks for candlesticks. Nothing else in my email saying candlesticks. You might want to go check your email, because in here, uh, I don't see anybody else on my email this morning asking for candlesticks. Yep. ThinkorSwim CS, ThinkorSwim indicators candles are free. No, they're not. Not the ones I got, baby. These candlesticks are not free right here. Nope. These candlesticks are not free. I have the code, and I import them. I create a study and I import them by coming up here, and I click on this little beaker right here, and then it says create, and I come down here and I click create, and then I take out this right here and delete that, and then I import my candlesticks and I paste them right there. And the code for my candlesticks that people want is right here. This is the this is the code for my candlesticks. ThinkorSwim buy sell volume indicators, and that's the code for it right there. I copy this code and send it to my subscribers who come in at the Goliath level membership. So, and then they just get the code and they paste it right in here, and then bam, they got those killer candlesticks, which make a huge difference. So ThinkorSwim, the code for the horse rider indicators is it is indeed widely available to the public in many forums. Yes, that's right. That's right. So are you ThinkorSwim CS? What does CS stand? Candlesticks? Are you the ThinkorSwim candlestick expert? Ellis, I just told you. Ellis, I just told you. Let me make sure you understand, Ellis. I don't understand what you don't understand, but I'll make sure you understand by showing you this morning. Right here, I got a request for candlesticks right there. I saw that and I sent you the candlesticks. There they are. There's the response. It says, "Hello, Catfish. This is Ellis. Still waiting for the stick. Well, there it is. I sent it to you this morning, Ellis, in the sent file. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I sent it to you. Yep. I got your request right there. There it is. Candlesticks. Got it. Here are the candlesticks. Uh, PH, did I get sent anything? You said something about a coffee mug. Yeah. No, it's Shalal. I'm sorry. It's Shalaw's life. I made a mistake. Shalaw's life. Shalal Hassan is the one who got the coffee mug. I made a mistake. Um, but at any rate, I'm looking at several stocks this morning. I want to look now at BEAT, which I think will be beaten down. BEAT, and it is not getting beaten down. It got beat down all right to the 200-day and jumped right off of it. Wow, strong. Look at that 250-day rising. BEAT, folks, closed at 212, now 248, 249. Wow, man, I missed this one. Well, usually though, when the stock goes up as much as BEAT did yesterday, now let's look at the 10-day chart. Look at that thing springboarding, folks. Buy it on the 50. Buy it on the 50. Don't buy this here. Okay, let's wait. They'll pull it back down. They'll pull it down again, just like this. It's going to come up here to right up here. Then it'll pull down to the 50. The 50's rising. We'll wait on it. Now's not the time, folks. Too much potential for downside movement from this number. Okay, not a place to go in yet. Pius says, dang, man. Long hustle, QXO. I love QXO. It's run by a brilliant CEO, as brilliant as Noto, who was running SoFi. The guy running QXO is a genius. Good. How about MOH? It's kicking butt too. Long hustle. Yep. And RKT, Brad Jacobs, RKT with interest rate coming down. I read the book. It's good. Anything dealing with interest rate coming down, like Carnival Cruise. Yep. Oh, I hold Carnival Cruise is on my long list. I started buying it during COVID. You wouldn't believe how little I paid for Carnival Cruise Lines during COVID. And the reason I did was because Double K, he's he's the one that said, "Man, get in on Carnival Cruise, bro. It's gonna go." And let's look at CCL right now over the last 3 years. Look at that thing, man. Just look at CCL right now. But better than just this 20-day or 10-day chart, look at the 3-year chart on it. Look at the 3-year chart on this stock. Folks, $7.53. That's where I'm buying when COVID hit. And now it's at 32.80 for a high and bouncing off the 50 right here. It's bouncing right off that 50. Boing. Look at it, folks. Look at it bounce right off the 50-day. Doing. CCL, baby, Carnival Cruise Lines. It's a short-eating porpoise. You can clearly see that. There's the look of it. It's a short-eating porpoise. It looks awesome. And folks, I use all kinds of terms for charts here. Okay, a lot of my terms are anatomical, so that's why it says in the description this is for mature audiences only. And a lot of times I will use certain terminology to describe a chart that might be a little anatomical. I have things that I call ball sacks. I have things I call tatas. I have triple tatas. I have vaginal drops. You name it. I have it all. Labial folds. They're all there. It's there. And you can see it all if you watch here on this channel long enough. Just be warned ahead of time. That's what I do. And Twisted Druid, man. Uh, whatever. Guaranteed money, Catfish, guaranteed. Anything dealing with interest rate coming down like Carnival Cruise, yep. Just watch out for the sphincter spike. Darkness. What do we got? A bunch of is school out today? Is there a school out? Is school out today, folks? All right. You can't get a pube in between it. That's right. That's one of my lines. That's true. If you can't get a pube between it, man, and it moves to the upside, it's gone. It's good to buy. All right, so that's Carnival Cruise Lines, folks, just so you know about it. Now we're going to go over to ONDS, folks, the old reliable. And holy smokes, what is happening on this chart? That is the 3-year chart on ONDS, folks. Triple upside crossover on the 3-year chart occurred right here. And folks, this is called a golden cross. When you have the current price break over the 200-day line, when you have the 10-day and 50-day move over, all of them crossing the 200, all the lines crossing the 200, that is called a golden cross. And of course, they tried to bring it to 1170, yank it down from 1170 where you should have sold to what price? 493, folks. 493. Well, isn't that interesting? Because if you look at my buy sell sheet over here, look at where my sell order is on this. Sell 67, 68, 69, and 70. And then one of the buyback numbers is 93, they took it to. Well, look at my buyback numbers right here, folks. The one right there in the middle is 93, 93, 97, 98. Those are buyback numbers. So they took this price from 1170, where you should have sold, and all the way down to the 493. And honestly, the number really that they went for there was 488. You can see it right there. 488 would have been it. That was and that is one of the most primary numbers of all numbers, the 88, Savannah. And that's where they took it to, folks. 88. 488. I promise you, that's what the low was that day. 488. That's my guess anyway, because they love that number. And 88 and 55 are two of the most pivotal numbers besides 20. They're all pivotal, but 20, 66, 88, 55, 44, all of these are primary trade numbers, people. Okay? I should have sold at 1170. I was being greedy. Yep, and I have a saying about that. When you're greedy, you'll become needy. Those who are greedy always become needy. Don't be greedy, folks. Don't be greedy. Sell the numbers on my sheet. You'll be glad you did. One time, yeah, I'll write that down. LOL. Yes, I should have sold. Yeah. Yep. Those who are greedy wind up needy. There's another saying you should write down. He who gambles lives in shambles. Okay? Savannah ain't here, cat. She left the cat tank party. You mean he? He left. He swam away with his thing between his legs. So, he who gambles lives in shambles. And he who depends on the bottle will often find himself just like the bottle, empty. Emptiness. The illusion of alcohol is that it is a euphoric, happy, uppity drink, but it's actually a wolf in sheep's clothing, because it is a depressant, people. Alcohol is a depressant. Let's get that through your skulls. Alcohol is a depressant. Depressed. You'll end up depressed. You'll always end up in depression because that's what it is. Dolphins help orcas find the salmon. Yep, I wouldn't doubt that. And the crabs are eating dolphins after orcas feast. It's crazy how they both work together. They are cousins of the ocean too. Right on. Right on. So now let's not look at this 3-year chart on ONDS, but let's look at and we can do this. Let's highlight the 3-year now. Gosh dang, folks, just look at that thing. This is highlighted 3-year chart, folks. A golden cross on the 3-year chart. Do you know how many chances you get to catch a golden cross on a 3-year chart? Let me show you another stock that had a golden cross last year on the 3-year chart. Look what happened. I told everybody about this stock. Look what happened to this price on this stock after a golden cross, people. It was 24 cents a share and it went to 31.94. And as a matter of fact, this would be a great place to buy it, bouncing right now off of this 200-day moving average. Golly. Earnings, it says earnings negative -0.06 actual on Standard Time earnings conference. Why didn't they give the estimate on it? I don't understand that. That's kind of stupid. Earnings -0.06 actual. Okay, but they don't tell whether that met the street or not. But I'm going to guess it did not because that's why it fell so much. Okay, but listen, folks, I want you to know. Look again at this chart, TSSI, and look at it on the long-term 100 or 3-year chart, and back this out. And just look how high it went up after a triple upside crossover on the 3-year chart. Just look how high it went up, folks. It went from 24 cents up to right here before it stopped. 1781, from 24 cents to 1781. This is TSSI, folks. I'm showing it to you so you can see what can happen to a stock after a triple crossover on a 3-year chart. It's very rare to catch a triple crossover on a 3-year chart. And we just did. That's what's going on with ONDS as we speak, people. It's a 3-year, it's a triple crossover on the 3-year chart, folks. And look at it springboard after they tried to take it back down. Look at it just bounce up here, and then they tried to take it to there, and then whoa, man, because it's a triple crossover, folks, on a 3-year. This could go way higher, folks, way, way higher. I'm not kidding you, man. And now you highlight this area on it and look at everything rising. The 200 is rising. The 50 is rising. And look at the pitch increase lately. Look at the volume that drove it down. First of all, look at all the volume that drove it down right there. Look how much they used to drive it down. And by the way, they were expected to have a -6 cents expectation, and their actual was -3. They beat the street, folks. On their last earnings call, they beat estimates. They were as estimated to have a 6 cent loss, and they only had 3. Man, folks, this is ONDS. Look at the 50-day. Look at the 50 here. Look at the 45 rising off of it. Look at the rising 200. Look at the pitch level change from there, flatten out while they attacked it down. And now look at the change back on up, right on its regular course, folks. ONDS, I love it. If they knock this thing down any, you buy it, folks. All right. Man, oh man, that chart, that's a 3-year chart, folks, right there you're looking at. Now let's look at the 1-day. Man, folks, buy it on the 200-day or below it. Jeez, oh Pete. Where'd they take it down to this morning? 890. 890. And they couldn't even get an 888 buy out of it this morning. You'd think they'd have got an 888. Now, folks, on ONDS, I want to look at the after the long 3-year, I want to go to a 1-year chart on it. There's the 1-year. Look at the earnings per share loss. Look at this, folks. Earnings per share loss 15, okay? Earnings per share loss 8. Earnings per share loss 3. This company's going to go positive. And that's why the triple upside crossover, and every time they take it to the 50-day boing, and this big manipulation down here, so they could buy in there, which was that price, 477, folks. 477. You think you ought to buy when they drop a price to 77? Well, you can look right here on my sheet. And fourth from the bottom, it says buyback 77. Boom, right there. Buyback 77. And they took it down to the 77. And that's because look at the 200 right here now. Oh my gosh. Folks, this stock looks so dang good. And look at it. Oh man, just look at the 50-day and the 45-day. Look at the 50 just change its pitch and start turning up more. I'm telling you, man, this is a very good looking stock right now, ONDS. And maybe one day in the future, we'll have thousands of people on this channel trading with me during the day, and I'll call out a stock. And can you imagine? Man, they'll be dragging me in front of the doggone Congress, too, like they did Roaring Kitty. Speaking of Roaring Kitty, I have his dividend stocks. All of Roaring Kitty's dividend stocks I have, and I'll send them to you if you become a member of this channel at the monster level or Goliath level membership. And you can have all of the list of Roaring Kitty's dividend picks. And you would not believe how much some of them have gone up over the last 5 years. They're just insane. And they pay dividends. Should I dump iRobot? I don't know. As a matter of fact, I actually absolutely have that stock today on my list right now for the stock to be manipulated down this morning, IRBT. It was mentioned by Mr. Antisocial yesterday, and I said, well, I'll wait and buy it tomorrow morning when they fleece it out at 9:45. And the same thing with this one, BEAT, called out by Happy Riverboat. Those two are on my list to watch out. And another one that could be fun to day trade is XXI. Now, if you've got a fair amount of money, this stock would be lovely for you to day trade. And I'm going to change this chart because it doesn't have any history. This is a new company. This is, I believe, an ETF, folks. I haven't really looked into it, but it was mentioned to me, and it doesn't have much of a history at all. But right out of the gate, this thing is going off. All right, XXI. Now, don't be fooled, because I want you to look at not the 3-year chart. Look at the 1-day chart, or let's go to the 5-day chart. Now, folks, this stock is virtual day trade gold mine. Okay, it's riding along a rising 200, and they're manipulating it down 50 cents, up 40 cents, down 35 cents, up 40 cents, down 20 cents, up 30 cents, down 40 cents, up 60 cents, down 60 cents, up 50 cents, down 50 cents. Folks, this is a day trade dream stock, okay? This is serious money you can make day trading this stock here, folks. I'm not kidding. Let's just not use this candlestick spike. Let's just use this number right here, all right? The 10-day. That's 1192. 1192, and they drove it down to 1138. 1192. Alexa, what is 11.92 minus 11.38?
11.92 minus 11.38 is 0.54.
So there's a 50-cent drop. Then there's a 25-cent raise. Then 25-cent drop. Then a 30-cent raise. Then a 20-cent drop. Then a 40 or 50-cent raise. Folks, I'm telling you, what is this price? 1144. And I bet you this goes to the 66 or 55. 1191, folks, 50. See that? I'm telling you, man, this is a day trade dream stock, It's a day trade dream, and the 45 and 50 day red and blue are just rising steadily, and all they're doing is manipulating it up and down and up and down. Man, look at that thing, folks. You're talking herk and jerk and herk and jerk and herk and jerk and herk and jerk, herk, jerk, herk, jerk, herk, jerk, herk, jerk, herk, jerk, herk, jerk. See that? This is ETFs making a ton off of retailers this way. They're making a fortune, folks, and you can too. Meter this out. It's 60 cents. It's back down 60. It's up 50. It's down 30. It's up 60. It's down 10. It's up. You see this? I mean, folks, look, it's up. I guarantee you this is 30 cents from right here. Price was 11.90, and this is going to be from 11.90. This is going to be 12.50 probably. 12.34, 11.40 cents. 40 cents up, 40 cents down. 30 cents up, 30 cents down, 40 cents up, folks. I'm telling you, man, this thing, XXI, folks, it was called out yesterday by Gloria Romero. And if you've got the money, you can make a lot on this stock. Okay? Meter, all right, it's going to be 40 cents. I won't get greedy. I'll sell at 35. Then I'll buy back at 30, and then I'll don't get greedy. Don't try to hit the caps, folks. Just the blue line is what I go by. That 5-day line, that turquoise line is what I go by. Don't worry about the individual candlesticks. Look at this line, the 5-day. Sell there. I mean, buy there, folks. Sell right there. Buy right there. Sell on the 5-day, folks, not the candlesticks. Don't try to catch those. Just go by the blue, the turquoise line, folks. Sell there, buy there, sell there, buy there, sell there, buy there on the turquoise. Sell there, buy there, sell there. Folks, man, you can make some money on this stock day trading this XXI. All right. I have no idea. I haven't been tracking this stock. Let's go and look at the 10-day chart. It may have just started. Yeah, I don't think they're yeah, this stock has only been open. It must have done an IPO here. IPO and then ran up and then ran down and then ran back up, and it's coming off this 50. Every time they drive this blue line down to the 50-day, you should buy it. All right, right now, because look at that 200-day pitch. Look how it changed and went even more directly up. XXI, people. Ow. But remember, folks, if you day trade it, you can make good money because they're swinging it a lot. Okay. Thanks, Catfish. Now, how to place my candlesticks in the Charles Schwab. Okay. You ready? I'm going to show you right here. Okay. I'm going to show you right now. Hold on. All right. So here's what you're going to do. You got the candlesticks. You got the code. All right. You're going to put your mouse over here and left click right there and then swipe and copy all this. Number one, do you know how to copy all this, Ellis? Copy it all the way down to the word length. Okay. Once you got it all blue, then you right click and copy it. All right. Boom. Copy. Do you know how to do that? All right. I'm waiting till you answer me to let me know that you've got it copied. Okay. You got it copied. All right. Now go over to your ThinkorSwim and make sure that you select up here charts, the charts tab. Have you selected the charts tab? All right. Now, come over here. Click on this hourglass next to the word share. Now, click on the block that says create. Okay. Now you will see this will be automatically in there. I want you to put your click right there and swipe across it and delete that. Now, left click in the space, right click your mouse, paste in the code. Come down here, click OK. Boom. And the candlesticks will appear. Now, I've already got them and I don't want to do it twice, so I'm going to cancel here. But once you've done that, click OK and apply. Click apply and OK. And you got it. Yep. Or right click and select all. Yep. And let me know when you got it. You got it. You should be done now. You should have it. Click apply and click OK, and then boom, you've got the awesome candlesticks. All right. And folks, I can send these candlesticks to you if you become a Goliath member. And these candlesticks, they make all the difference in the world. They let you know when the volume's coming in, if the volume is a lot of sellers or more buyers, folks, more buyers. And so let me just show you this chart right here, the 20-day with not XXI, but ONDS. So here's what I want you to understand about this stock. Market makers buy and go long here, and they buy up all of the shares that are available. Once they buy every share, they do a put. It's called shorting the stock. And they own all the shares because they bought them all. So then they just short it and they sell them and sell them and sell them and sell them and sell them. And they keep selling them until they get down to the 200-day. Then they've run out of all the shares that they bought. They sold them all. So here they start buying and they buy them and buy them and they buy up all the shares. See that? Then the next day they can sell them and sell them and sell them and sell them and sell them till they run out of shares. Then they take up a long position again and they make money and buy and buy and buy. And retailers see this thing taking off. They're like, oh my God, we got to get in, get in, get in. It's going to the moon. And then they bought all the shares the next morning, sell them all day long and scare everyone out and freak everyone out. And they sell all the shares until there's none left. And then when they have no shares left, then they start buying and they buy and buy and buy. And then they do a little 30-cent pullback. And then from right there, they hugely buy up shares. They want to amass all the shares. They want to buy all these and all this. Why? Because they have a plan to then sell them for 4 days down to the 200 again. It's genius. Then they start buying again and they buy, and then they get some more in the morning, pre-market. Oh, buy. Everybody's getting in. And then they sell them, folks. They take a short position and they sell them again all morning. And then halfway through the day, they start buying again. Do you see this pattern? Folks, it's absolutely genius. And these hedge funds are scalping people. They are making so much money off these gullible people that buy in on the run up and then they sell it all down. And then they buy in on the run up and then they sell it all down. And then they buy in on the run up and they sell it all down. And then they buy the run up and sell it down and buy the run up and sell it down. Folks, this is what they're doing with this stock over and over. See the pot? You just have to take advantage of it. That's why yesterday I sold all my shares when it hit up at the top. I said, okay. 2 days ago, I sold here at these prices because I knew it was time for selling. And I swore, I told everyone, look, people, look, these numbers are on my buy sell sheet. I said, get out here. I started yelling at people almost. When the price was right there at 986, I showed you this sheet. And I said to you, look where you got to sell here. 82, 83, 82, 83, 84. Sell all this. Sell, I said. Sell, sell, sell. And we were selling 50 shares at a time. There's a reason I told you to sell there, everybody. And I was yelling at everyone to sell there in the middle of the day. You got to sell there. And then what did they do? They had been buying. They were buying, buying, buying. We sold on the strength, and then they sold all those shares. Then yesterday, we waited to the bottom. They drove it down at the very open. We bought a bunch of shares, and then we sold them. And I made over $1,000 yesterday on all three accounts combined that I'm trading on. And the one this morning, I think I was up 285 yesterday. But now I've sold all the shares. I'm sitting on a boatload of cash. I got $5,000 almost in cash to spend this morning. So, Ellis, I was waiting for a confirmation. Yay, I got it. I've got nothing. I have no idea if he ever figured it out or not. All right. So this is ONDS right now, folks. When you can look at the longest term chart and you can see a 45 and 50 rising at this angle, and you can see all the others, the 10-day and 5-day rising here, folks, and the 200-day turning north. This is now up time. They're going to buy this up today. They're going to buy it up, buy it up, buy it up. Or because I don't think, well, last night, and this pre-market and last night, I don't think that's a lot of accumulation, folks. I think they might be needing to buy up more so then they can take it down on Monday. We'll see what happens, but there's no guarantee. I'm actually pretty surprised to see it not down to more than 897 this morning. Let's go look at the 1-day chart on it. And wow, that thing is consolidating on that line. Looks like this morning's low was tested 890, folks. This morning, they could not even get 888 in the pre-market. The lowest it went is that white line, 890. 890. Dadgummit. The reason I say that is because I had buy orders at 888. Gosh, they can't even get to 888, folks. That's not good for them. All right. So this morning, we've got our eye on several stocks. Now, someone called out this stock this morning. I'm going to take a look at it. LUCY. I made a very huge profit on LUCY last year. And so I know it can move. I also want to look this morning. I've got it. Someone called it out yesterday. BEAT. BEAT. BEAT, folks. This price was 223, 261, up 38 cents, folks. 261 down to 244. 261, 244. Then back up to 255, I bet. 257. Then down to 250, I'm sure. Yep, 250. Then up to 255, I'm sure. Yep, 255. And then down, and I'm going to guess to 220, 220, 234. I almost said 233. 234. From 255 to 234. And of course, 55 is on my buy sell sheet to sell, and 33.34 is on it to buy if they drop it to that. And then back up to 255 again. 255. This time they only took it down to 6 cents. Looks like they tapped 243. That's a 12-cent drop. 12-cent drop, and now back up here, 252. I'm looking at BEAT, folks. And what I'm looking for is a pattern, okay? I'm looking for a pattern. I want to see when this price was right here, 230 a share, how much did they drop it? 15 cents, folks. So this is a 15-cent drop. And I bet you this is a 15-cent drop from 261 to 245. 260 to 245. That's a 25-cent drop. All right. So the 25 is the deepest drop. Now, what is this drop right here? 255 to 25 cent would be 230. And they took it down to 233. So that this is a 22-cent drop. So we've seen now a 25-cent drop and a 22-cent drop. One of the drops was down to the 50-day, and one of the drops was down to the 200-day. And now this drop again, just below the 50-day. I like it, BEAT, folks. I like this rising 200. Let's look at the longer term chart on it now. Hold on. Let's go to the 10-day chart. Oh my God, that looks awesome, man. The new high is going to be 288, and you're going to sell it there. 288 through 299. All right, folks. Look at the change of the 45 and 50 turn north there. Look at the 200. I like it a lot. BEAT. This is going to be the stock I day trade today, folks. I'm going to day trade this stock, BEAT. I'm just going to do that. And I might do ODS a little bit as well, but I sold all the ODS last night except for about 80 shares. Every one of my accounts is wiped. I've sold all the ODS because I want to see them drop at $1.50 again today. Now, in regards to this stock ONDS, I want you all to know something. ONDS. I'm going to go over here, enter. I want to show you guys something. You guys and gals, this stock has been daily, almost daily, folks. It went from 488 to 688 in one day, up $2. After that, 688 down to 532 in one day, $1.56 down. The next day, it went right back up $1.58. Then it went down 60. The next day, it went up $1.45. The next day it went down $1.88. Wow. The next day it went up $1.45. The next day it went down $1.84. The next day it went up 95. The next day it went down 45. The next day it went up 2.19. The next day it went down $1.15. The next day it went up 56. The next day down $1.34. Folks, the next day up $1.65. Do you see this? This is why I'm day trading this stock right now. It is insane, folks. You can make some serious money. All right. On ONDS. I'm telling you. And right now on this chart on the 10-day, it has a triple upside crossover. There's the current price and the 10-day in orange crossing the 200. And now here is the 50 and 45-day red and blue. They just crossed the 200. This thing is going to rocket. Folks, it's going to rocket. Look at it right there. Goodness gracious. Look at it coming off the 10-day running up there. And the price is at $8.98. Oh, man. Goodness gracious. Wow. We don't know what's going to happen, though, folks. I want to look now at the 1-day chart. Now I want to look at the 5-day chart. Jeepers. Sold it all down. Yesterday in the pre-market, it was at the low. They had it down to $8.10. And I started buying it and buying it and buying it and buying it. And I sold it here. I bought it back here. I sold it here. I bought it here. And I sold it here. Folks, I sold all this. I don't have any shares left. Now, if it starts to run up this morning, I'll buy until it gets to one of my numbers on my sheet. And then I'm going to tell you it's time to get out, folks. But I think with all this buying that they did here yesterday afternoon and accumulating here even this morning, I think they're going to take it down. I think they're going to take it down. I think they've hoarded up a lot of shares from this low yesterday, and I think they've been buying, and now it's time for the sell down. So I've got everything sold, and I'm waiting for them to do it. And I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And if you'll give me a second here. Because I hadn't done any buying yet. I got logged off of my account. So now I got to get logged back in. 4 minutes till the market opens, folks. Now, some of you know that I do a stream here from my phone. And when I go to log in, they send me my text passcode to my phone. So I'm going to have to quickly step away, and hopefully YouTube won't decide, it's a great time to do an update of his channel, which they often love to do. And so I have to warn people in advance now, because if I don't warn you, they'll do the update, guaranteed. They may still do an update, and I'll have to start the stream over. But at least most of the times and if I ever forget to tell you, bam, they do the update. Every single time when I've forgotten, they do the update. Please hold. Hopefully they won't do the update. If they do, I'll just start another stream and I'll put a link to that new stream in this chat here, okay? So hopefully I won't have to do a new stream. Let's get this password. Let's get logged in. Let's ready to make some money. Hold on a minute.